weather has definitely warmed up, and we've got like probably 2 miles until we get into Hot Springs. We are going to stop at the Smoky Mountain Diner for lunch because I know everybody talks about how good that food is. And we won't be through here again. This has definitely been like a good, I would say yesterday and today have been 2 good test runs to see how his foot is holding up, and so far so good, I believe. And for me, I'm just trying to also take it easy because I haven't.
It's all good until Nancy Kerrigan shows up again.
You mean Tanya Harding, not Nancy Kerrigan.
Whatever.
I think because that tendonitis came on pretty quickly, it also kind of freaked me out a little bit too. I mean, I've had Achilles tendonitis before, years ago, and I had a little bit of, I guess a little bit of a twinge with my plantar fascia a long time ago too, but I just really don't want anything else in the way of injury to happen out here. So, being really mindful, of stretching after breaks too. We just got back to Tom and Linda's house in Asheville, and just had a very good little visit with Bailey, the 8-week-old golden retriever puppy. Do you have a rock in your mouth? Come here. I don't think you want that. No. I don't think you want that. No.
Oh my goodness, it's not lunch here.
I thought he was like 4 months old.
8 weeks, 4 months, either way. I guess what makes the most sense is just to like back up a little bit and talk more about how we ended up slack packing and then kind of what happened from there.
Everything was going good.
Yeah, everything was going really well. And I think the very last day of March, we had hiked about 9 or 10 miles and stopped at a shelter for lunch. And probably for like about a half hour, and we got up to start hiking again, and we only had a few miles left of our day before we were getting picked up. And out of nowhere, Jay just kind of commented that his right ankle felt like stiff. So we go to this walk-in clinic and they diagnose it as tibial tendonitis, which is the tendon that runs
posterior. So it's right here. It goes into the arch of your foot and comes up this way.
Yeah. So if you have flat feet, which he does, it can put a lot of strain on that tendon. Yeah, during that hike, I kind of knew like 3 miles in that it was not going to end well, but we just, I mean, at that point there was really nothing that we could do. So when we got picked up that day, we immediately went to Walmart so that we could pick up like an ace bandage and stuff. And between the time of getting in the car and going to Walmart, his body just basically said like, screw you, and he couldn't put any weight on his right leg. It was not fun. So that was April 3rd, I want to say, and today's April 15th. So it laid us up for the better part of 2 weeks. I
got in the meantime, I got orthotics. I got a dry needling session at a physical therapy place, and also talked to Rob, I think it was, at Outdoor 76, and just kind of picked his brain a little bit. And he's the one who actually hooked us up with the dry needling and said that would really work. And that's kind of what really jump started me getting better. I wasn't really getting any better really until we did that.
really, actually, I kind of wanted to make this video as a way of saying thank you so much to the people who have just like bent over backwards for us in the last 2 weeks. First of all, I mean, Tom and Linda are just like, if you looked up trail angel in the dictionary,
yeah, you'd see their picture.
You would see their pictures. That's number one. Number two, we went to Outdoor 76, talked to Rob, and he just put a lot in perspective for us. And we really were being conservative about mileage and being careful, and we were stretching and all that stuff. But, you know, even with all of that, like, you're still beating up on your body every day, so stuff can still happen.
And physically, I'm not a marathon runner. You are. We're at a different spot physically.
Yeah, which can make it tricky for hiking together as a couple, but I feel like for the most part though, we've done a pretty good job of like compromising with that. We went to a place called Foot RX in Asheville. We got orthotics.
And they were really good, really good.
With a highly trained podorthist, somebody who specializes in fitting people for orthotics.
His name's Scott, he's awesome.
And we went back there, I think a total of 3 times, so that he could kind of tweak the orthotics for him. And in the meantime, we've been staying in Asheville with Tom and Linda. They have opened up their home to us, to 2 people that they knew from YouTube. They have lent us their car to use to get around, to go food shopping, to go to the physical therapy appointment. They
slack packed us for 5 days.
They slack packed us for 4 or 5 days, and then after that let us recoup and recover here. And at one point we had said to them, like, listen, you did not sign up for this, and we can relocate to a hostel or a motel room, and they insisted that we stay with them.
They said they were too far in at that point.
And so on the one hand, being laid up with this injury, it stinks. It's frustrating, but I've been trying to think of it as, number one, it's gonna be a part of our journey. Number two, we've made lifelong friends. And number three, being shown this like amount of kindness and generosity has been really healing too, in a lot of different ways. I don't know, it's been like really overwhelming to know that 2 people who don't even know you are willing to do those things for you, to go so above and beyond, and there's absolutely nothing that we could say or do to ever thank them enough. That part has been, it's like we're dealing with this injury, but we're healing in other ways. Probably would have had to go home to heal if it weren't for all the help that we received. What a bed looks like after a full day of your husband taking bed rest. It looks like a rabid animal lived in here. What did you do?
The bathroom looks like after your wife touches it.
No, it's like something nested in here.
Yeah, you want to see the things nesting in there? Like creatures living on the set. Look at this. You got all these gizmos all over the place. Let me see that thing.
No. I'll touch you with my feet. Hey, Zippy was sharing a bathroom too, okay? Erroneous.
Let's do the yours versus mine here. Want to see what's mine? This is all. And this is shared. And this is mine.
I mean...
And there's all this... What is this? What's this stick with a fuzz on it?